So today's journey starts in the heart of Sydney at a capsule hotel on George Street. I didn't get any sleep at this place, but hey, if you don't have an early alarm and you have some earplugs, for $38 you can't complain too much. They also have a bar that's pumping tunes to the early hours of the morning. While considering options to use up some Qantas frequent flyer points, this came in at the top of the list for myself. The 787-9 Dreamliner has been servicing the Sydney to Auckland route QF141 since December last year, and is due to finish operating across the Tasman at the end of the month. So please relax and join me on this trip report as we make our way across the Tasman in the business class cabin of the Qantas 787-9 Dreamliner. So upon entering the airport, I made my way over to the Qantas kiosk to briefly confirm with the Qantas rep that my phone boarding pass was all okay. And this time in the morning, customs and security is super quick as there are barely any passengers around. Sydney International Airport has many retail outlets and opportunities to purchase duty-free goods. So now I'm just making my way towards the Qantas Business Lounge on the second level, which is just beyond the Qantas First Lounge. Once again, I am really early and one of maybe only 5 people in the lounge. Not sure if it was the lack of sleep, however the lounge gives me a lot of museum vibes. The shower room offered that same museum vibe, but they are much better than the capsule hotels. Before arriving at my gate, I noticed a very nice Thai Airways 747, which runs the Sydney to Bangkok route. So today's aircraft is VHZND in the Yam Dreaming livery. The aircraft was ordered by Qantas in December 2005 and rolled off the Boeing production line in January 2018. So today I am sitting in seat 10K, which I believe is one of the more private seats in the business class. I'll talk more on the specifications regarding the seats and functions once we are in the air. So not long after boarding, I was offered champagne, juice or water. On this occasion, water seemed the best option.
Your larger bags now need to go in the overhead lockers and smaller bags under the seat in front. Handheld devices can go in the seat pocket. If you're in an exit row, all bags need to go in the overhead lockers.
So not long after takeoff, I decided to go through the menu. Although some people will know I have dietary restrictions, so my meal is already set. The Qantas Dreamliner has 42 business, 28 premium, and 166 economy seats. The business class cabin is set in a 1-2-1 layout, with all seats providing aisle access. I personally selected seat 10K, as the bulkhead is on the aisle side and doesn't restrict window views. The bulkhead stores the IFE controller and a mirror I wouldn't use. There is also a charging and power outlet, which would enable use for many international power plugs, Qantas soundproof headphones, which I actually do highly rate, and a reading light. The seat has the ability to turn into a flatbed, which I personally tried out myself. The bed extends 80 inches and is 24 inches in width. You'll also have no worries for footroom in seating position. The windows on the 787 are electronically controlled, and you can select the tint level. However, I am not a fan of this, and I'll demonstrate shortly why. Just your run-of-the-mill aircraft toilet. Yeah. The IFE was quite good. The touch was responsive, and as usual, Qantas provide a good selection of movies and other entertainment. They also provide a video tutorial on the seat's functions. Tray tables slide out from the bulkhead, which is much better than the heavy folding tray tables I've experienced on the domestic business class. One breakfast meal was served on this flight. As mentioned, my meal will differ slightly due to dietary restrictions, however the meal was great nonetheless.
24 miles an hour, 22 degrees, it's cloud in the area. We'll be approaching from the west, obviously leaning towards the east on 05 runway. At this stage, showing a touchdown time at 10 to the hour, and we'll be on the gate just a few minutes off the schedule shortly after that one. I'd like to thank you for choosing us on behalf of Captain Brett Newsham and the entire team. Thank you for travelling with us, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.
Now for something I dislike. So although the windows are 65% larger than other comparable aircraft, once mid-flight the cabin takes control of the window tint and locks passengers out, meaning you have zero control of your window tint. I can see why they do this, but it's also pretty annoying to be locked out for the majority of the flight. So today's flight is a short one, just over 2.5 hours. Overall, I'm very happy with the service. I received a friendly greeting after boarding, and just before making our descent, a cabin crew member came around to wish myself well and asked for my thoughts on the service. My only dissatisfaction is not actually related to Qantas or the service, but the 787 window tint override function. So let's talk price. I paid $140 Australian and 29,000 Qantas frequent flyer points for this flight. The usual price is around $1,000 for this seat. On the same aircraft on Perth to London, you'll be paying north of $12,000. Whether you're in business, premium or economy, the Dreamliners are much quieter than most aircraft, so if you have an overnight flight plus some noise cancelling headphones, you'll have a better opportunity for sleep. And if you've made it this far into the video, thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing for future videos, and all the best.